Hey, this is Maciek Zaremba with Fathom Realty. I am your realtor. I thank you for joining me on this quick video all about appraisals. So let's go over a couple things. First thing is, what is the difference between a CMA and an appraisal? And a CMA is a comparative market analysis done by me or another agent. Real estate agents do CMAs, and that's because an appraisal is done by a licensed appraiser. That is a completely different license than a real estate license. So as a real estate agent, we try to come up with a proper and fair valuation based on the condition and the location and the size of the property, and we do a CMA. Now that is all based on past sales, comparable sales, but an appraisal is much more detailed, and that's why they cost about $400, $500, $600, really depending on the size of your property and how many other accessory buildings there may be. So now let's talk about specifically appraisals. And there are four things I want to talk about. First thing is, do an appraisal before you list your house. Now, it is not required whatsoever. Now, you can take my CMA and price your home based on that, or I highly recommend you do an appraisal before deciding a listing price. And the reason I say that is because an appraisal is very detailed, and it is much more knowledge than they teach us in real estate school. And that brings me to point number two. If you do an appraisal for your property prior to listing, and then you get it under contract for the appraised amount, that appraisal cannot be used in any federally regulated loan. So basically any bank loan. It can be used in a private loan, it can be used in an owner finance deal, but it cannot be used in a federally regulated loan. And just because it cannot be used in a federally regulated loan does not mean it's any different from a regular appraisal that is ordered by the banks. Now, the third thing I wanted to mention is that an appraisal is the valuation of a property on a specific day and time. So if you do one on March 1st, then know that on April 1st, that valuation is probably going to come up to be a little bit different. There's going to be more time that passed, more sales that happened, and more market changes that happened. Now, 1 month isn't